My son and I were talking yesterday, and he had brought up something, and we had both came to the conclusion, and we shared this with each other, and this is what we agreed on: is that when it comes to dating, there are some people who just want companionship. They just want to hang out, chill. They want to date under the guise of having someone to spend time with in a short amount of time. So they just want someone to go with them somewhere, someone to accompany them. They don't really want a partner. They don't really want to date. And because of this, they have a shorter attention span, a shorter time frame to get whatever goal that they're trying to get to. So in my example, I was saying, yes, some people, some guys their goal could be, I just want to get the digits. That's my end goal. So they will use whatever pickup lines they got to do. And it's up to you if you take the bait and give them your number. But understand that once you give them that number, they have already achieved their goal with you. And so this is why with a lot of men, you may give them your number and you will never hear from them again. And it's nothing to do with you. It's just that was my goal. I didn't tell you that, right? I fooled you to believe that, I wanted to really take you out. But no, internally, I kept it to myself because that's what people do. And it was just to get the number. That's it. Just to add it to another roster of numbers that I've already accumulated. Because seeing this long list of numbers over time makes me feel better about myself. When I'm with the guys and I'm like, yo, look how many digits I got. I could have my choosing. So these are the options that you hear them talk about. Oh, I got options. Because they have this roster of numbers. And you will see now okay, so that's one guy. The goal is getting the digits. For another person, the goal could be a little bit more. Yeah, I'll get the digits, but then I get some pictures to add to my stash so I can feel good about myself. And whenever I need to, I can sift through those pictures of my roster. And then you'll have others. Well, I just want to go on a date and see how it goes. Right? And the end goal is sex. The end goal is sex. So maybe take on a couple dates. Nothing too expensive because I'm trying to be in and out, literally. And so this is why there's certain issues, because if you are a woman who has set certain boundaries in place that you will not give up the goods so easily, they're bothered by that. And just the same, if you're someone that you have given up the goods easily and you realize, well, why they don't talk to me anymore? Because you've already given up the goods. And that was their intention all along. And so it's important because, and this is why I'm usually bothered when people say, oh, well, you as a woman should have known better. Not necessarily, because as we've seen over and over and over again, people are just not real about their intention off jump. They tell you what they think you want to hear or what society has conditioned people to want to hear. So, and no one wants to be an asshole. That's just point blank. No one wants to be the bad guy. So because of that, I'm going to tell you whatever I got to tell you to believe whatever it is. And so when I don't show up in the way that I said initially, and you've caught on to my manipulation, I could then use that call out, right? That moment of discomfort as an excuse now as to why I don't reach out to you. Let me give you an example. If I'm only with you for the goods, okay, I already got them. Maybe we went on a couple dates. Maybe we've talked for hours. Because that's the thing. We were watching a YouTube video of a guy telling us ways to know the guy is the right one. And all the suggestions was plain Jane shit that people already have been doing for years. That does not work. It can't just be these 5-7 things. And so because of that, we got into this conversation. So back to my example. and I'll use this person's suggestion. So if someone, if you are, you meet a guy, you're able to have great conversation with him. You guys can talk for hours. You guys can do whatever. This guy he'll say, "Oh my God, you know what? You're so smart. I love the fact that you're so strong. I love the fact that you're this," and they butter you up. Okay. Then he'll say, "Okay, let's hang out. Let's go this place. Let's do this." So you've gotten all that. You've gotten the attention. You've gotten the conversation. Check, 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 check. Right? These are all seemingly green flags. Now you get to the part that okay, um, whether you've given up the goods, you've given the number, you've kissed, you've done the dating thing, whatever his end goal was that has made him now chill out, because that's what happens when they get what they want. They'll calm down, they'll chill out, because now I got to find a way to distance myself from you. And sometimes, okay, we go on a date and the date is actually successful, and we go on another date and that's successful, and I get to the point that I realize that I really like your ass. I'm speaking from a guy's standpoint. And the guy says, okay, I really like this girl. I don't know what it is about her, but every time I'm around her, like, I think about her. I want to be around her. I like this. I like that. We get along so great. We're like, we make jokes together. Everything seems so freaking perfect. Everything seems so good. That still will not be successful. You know why? Because then when that happens, they sabotage the shit. Because you're gonna overthink and you're gonna say, okay, it's good, but it's too good. Or it's good that we get along, but I don't want to be surprised when things don't go good, because it's only a matter of time before things pop off. So now I got to exit because I done got what I wanted. And now I'm scared because I actually like this person. And they get scared and they mess it up. Because then what's going to happen now? I like her so much and I got a reputation to protect. She can't know that I like her too much. So now I'm not going to call as much. Now I'm not going to reach out. Now I'm going to get missing a little bit. And then when she calls you out about it and says, hey, um, I text you or whatever, you haven't responded. What's up? You okay? Is everything good? And then you use that, like, oh, you know what? It seems like you're just someone who's like, you're just too much right now. You're being clingy right now, and so yeah, this is not gonna work. And they use every excuse in the book because of fear, because of fear that this shit actually works. This is actually a good woman. This is actually a good catch. I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't prepared for that. I just wanted to have fun. Although I told you I wanted something more. Maybe he asked you about marriage. He's the one brought up kids. But in his mind, his intent was only to use you, play games, or just have fun and chill. And now he's scared because he didn't want any commitment. And this is what I'm saying. When people are like that, unfortunately, they infiltrate the dating world. So just be careful out there, is all I'm saying.